All right. We are live. Market open August 13th, trading session. Going into today, we are looking for longs into these hourly highs right here. So hourly highs, previous day high. There's a lot of stacked highs up here that I'm looking to take longs into, potentially take this area out. We've been building a lot of liquidity up here, so I think today with news and everything, we should see these highs get taken. You know, we can always speculate, but I think that might be what happens today. So yeah, price action last night was a movie. I know, I swear every Asia session. Why do I decide to trade New York? I was paper trading in like some of these like beautiful gaps that were happening after like sweeping lows and stuff. Like I just gotta start placing it on my fundeds, but I don't know. What do we perfectly react off that? Yeah. And you kind of like expected that to happen too. You know, it's like, all right, after CPI chop, Asia session's about to print, and sure enough it did. Classic. Let's get that up. All right, YouTube stream is up, TikTok stream is up. Post the YouTube into the Discord. All right. All right. Good morning. Is this going to be the print to the highs that I've been watching? All right, where are we at? It just hit TP. Nice. Where was your trade? Morning, Wendy. Morning. Balilo? Oh, Balilo left. Well, it happens. Morning. There goes our previous day high. My VWAP is different. It's 4397. Got retest and hit TP. Nice. This could be the move right here. It just happened right at open. With these bullish gaps right here, midpoint, and then now it's just gonna rip. Yeah, there it goes. You know, you watch that hourly high all week, and then it happens right at open, and then just goes. There it goes. I think MNQ might be the move today. Yeah, we still have that resting high right there, or previous day high. Above data high. We're going to sell really hard. Okay. Why do you think we're going to sell? Gonna fall short of previous week high and sell from there. Okay. Ooh. Too high sweep, my 2 cents. It's ripping right now. Holy. I don't know. It's so hard to like place a trade right at open and just say, all right, whatever. And then, I mean, but look at this thing just go. Sometimes I feel like you just got to take that risk. What does that 1 minute look like? Holy crap. There goes previous day high. So you think we're going to fall short of previous week high and sell from there. So here's previous week high. Well, right now it's ripping and it's not looking back. Gold just swept out the data lows. Right there. My goodness. Well, we're on a mission right now. Not putting anything in until I see confirmation, but it's one of those gut feelings, you know. I respect that. So you don't think ES is going to rip up to the all-time highs here? Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at NQ too. It's just interesting, like ES, you know, is close to those all-time highs. 10 points away. So it's a crazy opening candle there. Do with this orb. I don't know, not trade orb today. Like, avoid the orb. I feel like it's just going to be quick scalps. Quick scalps. You know, the target that I've been watching all week gets taken right at open here. Which is annoying. You know, all week we've been thinking about taking that high, and look at that. All week we've been barely getting there. And then sure enough, you know, we just open and go. It's a pretty substantial rejection there on ES. Volume's a little low. Take a look at discount. Yeah. I'm just looking at where this is going to close. And then I might just spray and pray at, you know, midpoint of this gap. It's a solid rejection though. Half risk kind of day. Is everyone and their mother thinking the same thing? Whoa. What does that 15-minute candle look like? I don't know. Do we just say, you know what, trust longs, all-time highs are in play? Midpoint of this opening gap right here, 7796 entry. I mean, it looks like it's not even going to test it. It's just going to go. I hope not. Burgers, I hope not. ES also took the high. Are you saying for that previous week highs we were talking about? Yeah, previous week high just got taken. Yeah. I mean, that's insane. Ugh. Sometimes I'd rather have like slow chop than just this. Because this, I don't know, sometimes the chop you can at least like get a little bit, I guess. In this, it's like your emotions are intense. It's just like an intense thing when price is just moving like this. And it's just hard to trade. Yeah. I just don't even know if we're going to get an entry. I have a limit down here. 7796.75. So I have a limit down. But I don't know if it's going to hit. Probably not. I feel like this is just going to go. Excuse me. It's just going to go to those all-time highs, and that's it. And that's all she wrote. And then I think at that point, honestly, we got to just walk away. And it'll be a short stream. Unless like there's something on gold. Yikes. YM's chopping. All right, where are we? Holy NQ. Oh my goodness. How's this risk to reward? Look at that. 0.38. Solid. Worth it though. Look at that. Worth it. Risk 25.25 points for a 9.5 profit. Don't think it'll reject that hard. Yeah, I was gonna join, or not join. I was gonna enter right there, have my stop all the way at the lows right there, just to target the all-time highs. Super good risk to reward. I'm kidding though. I do have a limit order at this, right here at this midpoint, which I believe would probably also align with the orb midpoint. If we draw that out. Yeah, right around there. But that's all I'm seeing. Potential for a gold short. You know, what does our hourly look like on gold? We'll wait to see how this closes. Hmm. Where's that 5 minute? Oy, oy, oy. I'm pulling my order off. There goes all-time highs. Dang. Dang, ES. Holy crap. Ugh, it's annoying. We really just got to start trading Asia session. This is so hard to, I don't know, trade, do anything with. Like, what are we supposed to do? New hour. Look at that hourly candle. Holy crap. I don't even know how's that even possible? Like, what does it look like from, in terms of like institutional buying to like get that to happen? You know what I'm saying? Like, to get a move like that, like, what does that even look like? You know, like an open and just immediate push up on NQ. What is that? A 315 point move? Like, how do they even do that? It's just hard to wrap your mind around it. It's crazy though. Interesting. Oh, there goes YM. I heard they're getting sued. Like ever since you guys posted that, I don't know, I've been fed like information on it. I heard that whatever it is, the 100K like API news thing, they're getting sued. Well, I mean, they're probably always getting sued, but They say it's unfair. Nothing would have prepped us for that. I'm sure there's going to be an army of people saying that IFVG this, IFVG that right here. This is insane. These 1 minute candles are insane. Holy smokes. Down off that. I don't know. I feel like so many people are trying to short it up here. Like, I don't know. I feel like there's blood in the water. They're just taking everyone who wants to short, they're just taking it, pushing it higher. Buy limit. I think I might try a gold short there. What is that at? 2. Can make sure my settings. Oops. What is this? Wow. Whatever. On the real though, we're getting wicks. It's almost time. It is slowing down. I don't know. I think it might be worth it. Maybe just like, boom, say, all right, here we go. We're taking that short down into this gap. And just like, see what happens. I don't know. I don't think it's a bad idea. You'd want to see something. I don't even have a 9 EMA. Like, let's see. Like, slow down here, short into 9 EMA. 1 to 1. $132 on MNQ is a level. Respects, go long. Fails, we short. Dude, messing around with NQ with this price action is called a recipe for disaster. Complete disaster. Where's price trading is up there right now? My session volume profile only loads to there. That's annoying. I think the move here is this 15-minute candle is going to close. Once it closes, we then wait for that next candle to open up. And if that candle that opens up sweeps this high, and the second it turns red, I feel like on that 15-minute candle, then you short. I got a limit down for this YM long. 54013. Sorry, I'm trying to write this out in the Discord. Okay. I'm going to give this YM long a shot. I mean, I have the limit order down for it in the midpoint of this gap. So we came down, let me just throw this out there. Boom. Okay. Let's check. See if our risk is correct. Yep, check. Okay, trying this YM long basis of this trade above previous day point of control. We came down, swept these data lows. So the data lows that were released at 8:30 Eastern. And then we swept internal low. So after sweeping that low, we then took out the internal low, testing our 200 EMA and VWAP, displaced above, leaving behind a bullish gap. I'm going to take it long at that midpoint. And then if we look left, so we'll go to our 15-minute chart. If we look left here, our CPI candle right here, I'm going to target that data high right there. So that CPI high is my target. We'll see. I don't know. Everything just feels like it's crazy bullish today. If this setup was on ES or NQ, I would take it. So why not take it on YM? Oh, goodness. Excuse me. So that's the plan. This is kind of the, it's a good setup, I think. It's a good setup. Try to type that out for the Discord as well. Data low. Oh, there we go. We are in that trade, right? Yeah. Bada bing, bada boom. Stop. We're going to plan on taking partials at new highs. So we're going to try that out. So we're going to go, did they plan on taking partials at 54113. Partials up there. If we can get there. Okay. We'll see what we get out of this. Good reaction so far. Hello? Can you hear me? No. Well, come on, YM. Just a little bit more. There we go. There's our pop. Let's see if we can get this follow through. Kind of want to leave like one strong runner. So there's take profit 1 on YM. I'm targeting now 54150. 54150 is my next target. I'll post that in the Discord. TP1 hit at so we'll see. Next target 54150. 54150 next target. It's looking good so far. And then I'll have just one contract left, and I'm just gonna see where that thing wants to go. That's about it. If we get there. But stops obviously break even now. Shout out YM. Thank you for giving me an opportunity today to make some money. Appreciate it. It's getting close. Is it gonna just absolutely hose me here? This is rude. Rude. 54150 is the next target, and it just hit a wall there. That is rude. Rude of price to do that. Nice pull. Dude, I had to do it. I'm like, I was sitting there, I was debating on it. I'm like, if you saw this setup on NQ or ES, you'd take it 9 times or 10 times out of 10. So I had to go for it. I mean, my YM trades are far and few between, but I was like, ES and NQ are cooked today, so I just went and sent it. Now, if this can see some life here into that take profit, that would be nice. There we go. Well, where could this thing go? Ain't no way it gets all the way up there. I guess I'm just gonna trail it. I don't know. Guess I'll just trail it, see what happens. Trying to manage your brokerage live Discord, trying to like type all those things out. Whew. That's a grind and a half. Fun though, but a grind. Sitting there. My typing has gotten faster. I mean, I don't even know where this thing could go. Let's see if off of standard deviation, off of this move specifically that swept our internal lows. Potentially that. Do we still have that? Yeah, fun. Let's see how. No views on YouTube? Oh, come on. I had so many views yesterday on the YouTube stream. Today, nothing. This is crazy. Why do these never delete? There we go. So the CPI high hit on the micro. So I'm out on that. I just have runners. I'm down to runners, which are at break even. But we hit our first take profit, and second take profit thankfully got hit by a micro. You know, like one of those wicks. So if we go to, yeah, it was at 54150, wherever that was. But it got hit with on the micro, which is nice. The micro is whack on YM. Whoa. Hello, gold. This is insane. Look at this. What are you supposed to do? It's just price discovery right now. It's not even pulling back to these gaps. Like, we've created all these gaps. Price is not even pulling back to the gaps. Like, that's how bullish this is. It is not even pulling or retesting any sort of bullish gaps either. Just straight up. We've had 2 down close candles, but first time learning futures. Any advice or Discord? I do have a Discord. Advice, start with paper trading for sure. Paper trade for a month, 2 months. Head on YouTube, learn some stuff. Start with the basics. Yeah, look up like things like market structure, look up things like liquidity, look up VWAP, look up EMAs, understand like kind of like, yeah, like I trade off of fair value gaps or bullish gaps or imbalances in the market is what they are. They're just a signal that there's an imbalance in the market or a certain side has strength is how I look at it. So yes, for like, those are great for entry signals, supply, demand, or order blocks, as a lot of people call them. Psychology for sure, another one. But yeah, head on YouTube, find some people that you like. Join some Discords. My Discord's free. You don't have to pay for it. I post my trades before I enter them. Sometimes I forget, but I've been working hard to try to remember them, so I'll post them before I enter, and then usually add something at the end on why I took the trade. Box theory, previous day, low first, 15 minutes candle, high low strategy, or all BS. I love orb. If that's what you're talking about, 15-minute opening range, break of the range, gives you your directional bias. We trade like on my channel and in this live stream, and we talk about a lot of, we trade the orb a lot, and that's kind of like, the orb to me is a great for a directional filter and great for just an added confluence. There's other things that go into trading the orb, but I think it's a great, like, just general confluence of like, okay, we're breaking to our orb. I had a bullish like bias or mindset heading into the day. We're also below VWAP. We're below our EMAs. You know, I'm going to lean towards taking a short here and then, you know, scalp that to the downside. So I love orb, and I'll stand by orb. Like orb, you can use orb for breaks, and also like I kind of trade orb fake outs. I don't trade box theory. I'm not really sure what box theory is. Previous day low, previous day highs and lows. So taking previous day highs and lows. That's the same as candle range theory, where if you sweep a candle like high, if on the hourly you sweep a high and you close back within it, you'll eventually take the other end of the candle. So like I know what candle range theory is, and like how people trade off that. So like, see if I can, yeah, something like that. See if I could find one in here. The issue with like candle range theory is that it needs to be paired with like, you need to have the direction, the overall market direction, right? You can't just take random, you know, candle range theory moves, because you will get hammered. So here's one. So on the 15-minute chart here, on YM, this candle right here, so this bearish candle right here, swept the data low from this morning. So it swept that data low from this morning. And then this next candle right here swept that candle's low and then closed back within the candle. So using candle range theory or box theory, you would think that since we swept that candle low and then closed back within it, we would take the high of that candle. And sure enough, as you can see, we did. We took that high of that candle. That's how I see box theory, if that's what you're talking about, or candle range theory. So you can look up that as well, you know, paired with your box theory. It might be a better search on YouTube if you look up candle range theory, CRT. A lot of people trade. It's all over TikTok too. You can just type in CRT and people talk about it, have their strategies behind it. I think it's a great strategy and a great thing to learn and be aware of. But there's so much, and it's going to be overwhelming at first, but you just got to keep learning and keep trying different things and just, you know, see where it takes you. When you get taken out of this trade, most likely. I see. Yeah, I'm not super familiar with box theory. But, you know, honestly, any strategy can work as long as you have good psychology and kind of, you know, stick with what you're doing and, you know, have confidence in your trading. Anything can work. But I trade a lot of orb. I also love using VWAP and specifically the 200 EMA paired with the 5-minute chart. I love that. So that's how I kind of trade. I like to follow the trend. I do not like trading reversals. So if price is like above VWAP and above our EMAs, I do not like trading reversals. So I use indicators to identify the trend and where we're going. I also love using volume profile, specifically previous day points of control. So the point of control is where the most volume was traded for a given session. I like to use previous day points of control as potential support or resistance when trading. And then 200 EMA paired with the 5-minute chart, and then 200 EMA like on the 15-minute chart as well can provide great support and resistance. What else do I like? So many things. You know, I've been trading for 3 years now, so you learn so much, and it's just going to be overwhelming. You know, give yourself some grace because it is going to be tricky, but just keep learning, trying. I would say a lot of people trade on the 1 minute chart. I'd try to avoid the 1 minute chart. I spent a lot of my early years on the 1 minute chart, and it was difficult for me. I mean, if you can trade the 1 minute chart, good for you. Like, shout out to anyone who can trade the 1 minute chart. I can't. I like to see things a little bit slower. And I like my stops to be a little bit wider. So when I get into a trade, I don't just get stopped out immediately. Sometimes in the 1 minute chart, you get entered and exited all in the same candle. And I don't like that. So I use the 5 minute chart, take entries off the 15 minute chart, but like the 5 minute chart, and then you look at the 1 hour chart. That's how I scalp. So, and you do you. If you like the 1 minute chart, go for it. But personally, I'm big on scalping off the 5 minute chart. That's just how I trade. I tried the 1 minute chart, even dabbled in like the 30-second and 15-second at a point, and that's chaos. But yeah, 5 minute chart, 1 minute chart for structure. Watch the VWAP, watch previous day points of control, watch your current day point of control, and then just trade. Orb as well. Orb is great. I don't know, there's just a lot of things. I don't know if that helps at all, but yeah. And if you can follow my account. I post recaps every day, some strategy stuff. I'm live every day as well, 9:30 a.m. So you can join the live, ask me questions. We're new. We just started, 2 weeks ago? But I'm planning on going live every day, 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. Eastern for the rest of the year. And then we'll go from there. Looks like we're going to get stopped out break even here. It was glorious for a second. I thought we were going to rip just like ES and NQ, and it was going to be the trade of the year. But looks like this might get stopped out. This runner stopped out break even. Oh, that definitely got me. No. Whoa. And there we go, all out of that trade, break even. Well, we got something out of the day. All right. How is ES doing? I'm on it. Selling. Dumping. If this hourly closes, this hourly closes within, potential for a CRT play. I mean, if this retraces all the way back, I mean, holy shit. Here's our original gold idea. Wow. Wow, ES is dumping. NQ has not found that steam yet. That's a lot of volume there. Oops. Do we just blindly take? What do you think, NDZ? I see you're still on here. Where's our... It's testing that previous, or the broken all-time highs. Broken all-time highs, midpoint of this bullish displacement. Longs, potential. I just know where this, I don't know where this wants to go. You'd like to see something like maybe have a push here and then a low get taken before you do anything. Yo, what up? Ricky C, how are you? Any trades today? Nice. Were you just scalping longs on NQ? Yeah, NQ. Sweet. I mean, there's a decent little. I took one trade so far on YM here, where we took out our data lows, took out internal low, 200 EMA VWAP here, displaced out of it, took it long at the midpoint, and then targeted yesterday's CPI high. So that was my trade so far today. Do I think it's gonna dump? No. I don't. I think what I'd like to see is potentially like a decent move, and then I want to see that, like, so right now we're in these gaps, especially on ES. We're in these gaps right here, and NQ not really. I'd like NQ to at least get down to here, but I want to see some sort of move right here. To people right now are probably trying to send longs out of here to new highs. People are trying to send longs out of here. I want to see price come down aggressively, take all these early longs out, test our VWAP right there, and then potentially see what happens. If we get a divergence where NQ takes the high and ES doesn't, I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. I'm going to be pretty cautious. I already had, a winning trade today. I'll be pretty cautious with how I play this. But potential also for NQ to make new highs because it's closer, and ES to not and fail. And then we could see a further push to the downside. Patience is right. Patience is right. Gold could sell off from here too. I mean, we already sold pretty aggressively down, took out those lows. So I don't know. Something I lack. That's funny. You just gotta. So what I've found with my patience issue and my patience, problems and stuff like that is, and it helps now that I go on live, and I have to I don't have to, but I like to talk through my trades. You sit here and you talk about it, and if you're about to enter a trade and you talk through it, and you're like, okay, we're at this level with this and doing that. At this point, is this a good spot? And once you talk through it to yourself, I feel like that reduces your eagerness to jump into the trade. You're like, oh, why would I take that trade? That sounds like a terrible trade. Or a good entry. Yeah. I just think the whole storytelling is something that I've kind of recently implemented, and it's been really nice. Because, then you sit here and you're like, well, why would I long or why would I short here? And you're like, do we have a good enough pullback? Are we too far extended from VWAP? Stuff like that. And then you're like, once you talk through it, you're like, oh, that's probably a bad trade. I bet you this gold. So this gold short. Kind of a crazy wick. I did not take this, but speculating that this could happen. I'd probably take it, yeah, something like that. So look at that, all those early longs were starting to come down. People are going to be hurting. Dang. Should have entered that gold trade. I probably would have taken profits right around, well, decent 1-to-1-ish area. Is anyone else still trading? Or is everyone done? / avoiding the day? One micro, why not? I'm on that same wavelength. I should have taken this gold trade. Like once we stalled up there, should have taken that gold short. Down into this wick right here. Because we just traded in and out of this area with so much, yeah, like look at the volume profile over here. Nothing. So just dead right at that wick. Then up on gold maybe? I think so. Well, I don't know. Gold, sometimes gold is just gold. I don't know, it's just anarchy in gold at times. That's why I get so hesitant to trade it. And it's like all the same. It's all the same risk profile, you know. Something like I remind myself, I'm like, you know, I'm like, wow, I don't want to trade gold. It's so volatile. And it's like, dude, you can use, literally keep your risk standard. But like this, to enter this short, what scared me was that this wick is crazy. And I felt like wasn't smart to try to short after seeing a move like that. But as you can see here, we're retracing back into it. Like 50% of it. Oops. How's the Discord doing? NQ is lagging compared to ES. Thank God I got out of that. Jeez. Discord's free. I'm just live on TikTok and YouTube. I post the YouTube in the Discord. Discord's free. So you can join, and we're pretty active. We got some good traders in there that post recaps and kind of talk about what's happening throughout the day. But yeah, it's free, and there's no paid version anyway, so it's all just one big thing. There's no paid side or free side, you know. And then live on TikTok and YouTube every day, 9:30 to 11:30 Eastern. Yeah, I mean, we're pretty chill. I mean, everyone, we don't have like a ton of people that like chat, I would say, consistently. I mean, we have like some people that are, you know, are good traders on here, but I post everything that I do. So in my intraday commentary, and I'll post like a pre-market prep as well. I haven't posted recaps in a while. I'm probably just going to delete that, since I just post them on TikTok anyway. There's a member recap section. You are chill. Appreciate that. Thank you. That's how I'm trying to approach this. I don't know. I feel like the trading space is, I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot to handle sometimes. And I just want to be like just a realistic, like kind of chill, not aggressive trader, and just trade and have fun and build a community. And that's it. You know, I'm not going to go on stream and yell and scream. I'll answer questions, talk about what I know. You can agree with it, disagree with it, you know. It is what it is. Dang, should have gotten that gold trade. Always. Anytime I ever say to myself, hey, you should take this gold play, I always got to take it, because it just, this is another really good trade. And well, I don't know. Though this candle right here, if this didn't get taken, originally I had the idea of targeting this low general, like in this 50% of this gap, I had an idea of targeting, you know, that low. But then it got taken with this strength. So that's probably why I didn't take it, but you know, now it prints, of course. The gap off of your 200 EMA, 50% of it. Dang, YM. Dun, 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 dun. Had a Zoom meeting and had my chart still up. I got in on that SPY short, now looking for TP exit. Sweet. Way to go, NDZ. Where was your entry? Off this gap? That 10:45, so it's 10:45 gap down. So right here, Eastern, right here. You could take profits at this, this block right here. Might be a good idea. I mean, we're at VWAP right now, but I don't see why we wouldn't test this block. NQ is lagging pretty aggressively, I feel like. Like, it's still chilling up here, and ES is retraced very nicely. What do you think ES will do? I don't know. A wise man once told me, when we're at all-time highs, you long till you're wrong. So I would say some patience. If we come down and test VWAP here, potentially test this block, and we get, I kind of want to see, I want to see a low get established. Is like, what would make me the most comfortable is a low get established here. So if we can consolidate, maybe have a move up, but establish a low, and then price come down to take out that low, and then have a decent displacement to the upside, I think that would make me comfortable to potentially take a long. But right now we're just pulling back. I don't see a short entry here. I don't see a long entry here. It's just patience right now. If you wanted to get short and play an aggressive short, if you like to do that, your entry could have been at this bearish gap right here, and that would have been a good spot. But now we have extended past that, so it's kind of just patience. But we want to see what happens on a displacement here. All right. So right here, we're kind of trying to establish a low at VWAP. And then I want to see what happens if we can sweep and then see displacement. So that's what I'm seeing right now. Patience though, patience. Once again, when we're at all-time highs, a wise person once said, long till you're wrong. You know, there's no reason to be sitting here being like, oh, I want to take a short all the way down to low of day or something like that. I mean, it could happen for sure. It could happen, but in my eyes, looking at this big picture here, if we're looking at this big picture, we are above VWAP. We are trending to the upside. We went up, and then we can say that, hey, here's our move. Right now, discount is at that block, so we can wait to the test of that block, which would be nice if we establish a low here, manipulate down to then test 50% right here. But I'm looking at this and saying, hey, no reason to be short. The only reason to be short was potentially up here if you got an entry. And then if, like, you know, you're chilling in a short from this gap, you know, good for you. Ride that out. But right now, patience. Patience is key. Preston, you're back. Did you end up taking a short at all? Anyway? Survive the short, baby. Let's go. There you go. Almost top ticked it. Sick. Solid, solid move. Shorts are definitely printing right now. I'm not one to brave a reversal, but shout out to anyone who got in shorts there. Sick. Way to go. Break of that 200 EMA. YM sold off aggressively. I passed on this gold short right here. I just didn't like this candle right here. Was insane. I mean, that's a high volume bullish candle. But then we came into these gaps right here and just we slowed down drastically. But I passed on it because I just wanted to target, you know, this wick right here. That was the sweeping wick of this low. Now it looks like we might see some support out of it, but passed on that gold short. Wish I would have taken it. Yeah, YM is dumping though. Everything I trade is so fucked. I would say, I don't know, what do we just wait for Asia? Should we just be a Asia stream from now on? You got it. You dialed in the trade sinker. Okay. What do I think about NQ? If you're itching to short, I mean, not a bad spot. Where's our 9? We held the 9 EMA. But if NQ can show displacement out of here, cool. Glad to hear it. If this is the shorts, if we sell off, NQ sells off, this is, I feel like, the spot here. You know, this is the potential spot where NQ might want to sell off. Potential target is this massive bullish gap right here. But if you know, you could wait for further confirmation. If we can get displacement through the 9 EMA here, even more confidence in that play. But if everything wants to sell off, NQ is at a point right here. This area right here was where this thing would sell. So if we can get, you know, any sort of displacement through the 9 EMA here, potential as well for, you know, a play. We'll see what happens though. You know, because we're right there. You see that we came down testing our 9 EMA here, and we're finding support, support, support. We'll see if it wants to make new highs. This is like this would be technically a long till you're wrong situation. I don't know what NQ is going to do, especially with ES selling off as much as it is. Whoa. These candles are jumpy. NDZ, this is a good profit spot. I mean, you want to see it rip through this. Wow, NQ made new lows off that gap. I mean, it's ripping now. Do we trust that breakthrough? I don't know. I mean, that would be an insane reversal if we just go all the way back down. That's insanity. We just go all the way, have this insane move there, and then just dump all the way back down to the lows. Yeah, I agree. Testing the 15 opening range. I would think that we would get some life out of it and then just chop for the rest of the day. But like, I mean, I don't know. The market's insane these days. This could just literally sell through everything. Which, once again, I don't know how that's possible. I don't know how it's possible that a move like this can happen and then all the way back down in like a day. Like the amount of volume and orders that takes, it's crazy. NQ's trying to displace through the 9 EMA. Could be a signal to take a short down to these gaps. Dang, that gold play. Dropped the ball on that one. Right to that 50% of that wick. Yeah, this week's been wild. Classic CPI week. Chop, and then insane moves. Like, this is wild. That is wild. And then, especially if we sell off all the way back down and then potentially make new New York lows right here. Crazy. I'm thinking that on NQ, we just broke through that 9 EMA with strength. Something potentially like this might be worth a shot. Like, I don't see much support until down here. What does our 15 look like? Watch the 73133 on QQQ. Well, there goes that trade idea. This thing is gone. So it held up right there. No momentum on NQ. Yeah. I'll say. Say what? Consuming substances featured in this live could harm your health. What is that notification? I was tempted to shift ES at previous week high, but I didn't want to go against the trend. I mean, yeah, all this. Like, I don't know, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't though. And this is definitely like a day where I didn't want to trade against the trend. But, you know, everything's sold off. So look at that, all the way back down into that opening gap right here. Do we blindly take? I think we take ES up, Preston. I think you're right. I think we just put a limit down there and send it. No shot this thing takes low of day. Ricky C's taking it long. Are you putting a limit down? Are you market ordering in here? I honestly might put a limit down at that midpoint. Oh, you're long NQ. 32.65. Oh, you're going for the highs? Where'd you enter? $31.43. Dang, I like it. I like that confidence. Bro. I think we got to send that. 7796.75. $7796.75. I think we are all watching the same. Good trade, NDZ. Good short up there. We're all watching the same level. I'm going to throw that in. I'm not going to take it right now. I think it could work if you take it right now. I have a limit at 7796.75. You might. Where was I? Where's my train of thought? I have a limit at 7796.75. Could displace through VWAP here, and then it might be open season for longs into highs. Once again, I put a limit at 7796.75. So technically, or what I want to kind of see is if we come up here, test VWAP, reject, take out early longs by sweeping this low, tag me into the trade, and then it goes. That's kind of the big brain thought there. So we'll see. I mean, equal lows down here on ES at that 7,800. That's what I think. Things can reject at this gap. Which, you know, would be you could play both sides here. 1-to-1 down into it. $803.75 long into 815. I like it. We shall see. Kind of banking a lot on the fact that Take Me the Promise, Sweet Prince ES. Hit trail made 200. For this trade, I'm thinking that it would be an insane move if we go all the way down to take our New York low. So, without at least providing a 1-to-1. So our 1-to-1 is right at those highs. If we get tagged in, which will be a target. That'll be a target for me. at least a break-even target as well. I can tell that other traders are ending their streams right now because we're getting a lot of people into this one. So thank you. My entry is 7796.75 if you're asking me. Follow the goat. Appreciate it. It's again live every day, 9:30 to I usually say 11:30, but we're gonna stay on. I mean, the market's moving today. We're out of coffee. That's bad. Bad news. You guys want to see the team mascot? Oh. Oh. There's the team mascot. He says, I'm sick of trading. He says, why do I have to trade? He said, why are you still streaming? I thought you said you'd end it at 11:30. There's team mascot though. Come on, don't be camera shy. Ta-da! Thanks for entertaining us. Yeah, he says that sucked. And back to laying down. That face. He's tired / slightly annoyed with me. He's like, why are you picking me up? And I have like, lights on my monitors to like obviously make the lighting better for stream. I think that he's like sensitive to them, and he's always like squinting and like, put me down. He says, put me down. Let me check if I got everything set in place here. All right, I'm gonna go get more coffee. Orders are set. Got 5-10 minutes, I'll be gone. But orders are set. Let me know if we get entered into the trade, but I'm getting more coffee. And I gotta take the mascot out to the bathroom. Let me mute this. Surprising. Okay. Looks like we're not getting... I'm usually off by now. Oh, same. But you know what? Now that the live stream is entertaining for me, it's entertaining. So I stay on later than I usually do as well. And everyone starts joining the stream when it's like, you know, because all the other creators, shout out to them, they're crushing it. All the other creators, they're probably they're done with their stream. So everyone's hopping off to me. Don't know if that's a good or bad thing. Yeah, I mean this trade is half risk, so I'm just, you know, we're gonna see where it goes. Half risk trade. Just, you know, probably take initial profits if we get to a 1-to-1. We'll see. My thoughts are, ain't no way if we tap into 50% of this gap, there is no way that we take low of day. I'm like, there's got to be buyers in here to at least like give it some relief, you know? Like rip through it? I don't know. So I'm just trying to just squeeze a little bit of juice out of this is the plan. 7797 and then TP would be 809. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, 809. Or I would just go for these highs right here. What is that? 808. I'm literally going 808, so new highs there, and then this it's going to break even, and then I'm gonna full send to the highs. We'll see if that happens. Here we go. Regardless, this is the last trade. If we get in, last trade of the day. And it's just for funsies. I mean, it's not for funsies, but half risk. Half risk would be my first trade. Well, don't let me persuade your decisions either. If you just want to take the week off too, you know what I'm saying? And just be like, I'm not going to trade this. That's like probably a good idea. But I just, you know, secured that YM trade, and I'm like, well, you know what? Let's see. Oh, here we go. That's what I'm saying. If we don't see some sort of relief, if I get tagged into this trade, we don't see some sort of relief, and this thing goes all the way to low of day, that would be an insane move. I don't ask for much. I'm just looking for crumbs, you know? Just looking for, what do we call that? Wallet padding. Just do some wallet padding. That's it. I mean, if it shoots to high of day, that'd be insane too. Bada bing, bada boom. Oh, I see, Frankie. 7.2 or 8.20 is that previous all-time high. I see. 7720 is that all-time high. Also, all this previous resistance right here, another confluence. Come on, ES, don't do us like that. You were so close. That was a point away. It knows, though. You know, it knows the midpoint. It's like, everyone's watching this. Do not bounce early. I agree. It's like, it knows, you know, when the market knows. It's like, oh, you thought you were going to get into that trade? Here you go. I don't know when you decide to pull the order. She bouncing. I don't know when you decide to pull the order, if we take that high. I don't know if that's a valid, just don't enter into the trade. That's a good feeling. I knocked on wood for you. Potential gold longs down here. I knocked on wood for you, don't worry. I would like to be in the trade before it gets there, though. So if we could just hold off until that, and then it taps my order in, and then it can go to that target. So it looked like a reversal to the up. I am trying. This opening gap here on the 5-minute chart. Got that limit at the midpoint. I'm on the notion that no way this thing sells off all the way down into low of day. I could be wrong, and I could have to eat my words in 30 minutes or so. But I got my order right in there. And I'm just going to target. Take profit 1 is this 5-minute bearish gap combined with that high right there. And then we're going break even and then just ripping that to the highs. Tweezer candle pattern on 15. It's bullish. Tweezer candle pattern. I haven't heard tweezer candle pattern in so long. That like unlocked something in my brain. do we need to get out the textbook and look up tweezer candle pattern? Do we need to look up tweezer candle pattern in the holy textbook right here? Let's see. As a refresher, we need to share with the class here. I need to find out if this is in this textbook. Come on, tweezer candle pattern. Triple star, triple crossover, triple star, 2 crows, 2/3. I'm seeing no tweezer in the Holy Grail textbook. 2 crows candle pattern, which is 315, page 315. 315. Stick sandwich. Oh, look at all these good. So tweezer pattern is a down and an up close right next to each other. This textbook refers that as piercing line, engulfing, yeah, engulfing plus. Looking for W structure pattern and found that. Stick sandwich. There's... What is that? Can you see that? Concealing baby sandwich is a candle pattern. Let me read that again for you. Concealing concealing baby swallow, not baby sandwich. Concealing baby swallow plus is a candle pattern in this book. The homing pigeon candle pattern is also in there. You have something weird as hell. Oh. Now, no tweezer. No tweezer pattern in the handy dandy textbook. But I trust you. I trust you. I trust that this is a tweezer candle on the 15-minute chart. Trust and believe. W candlestick patterns. What a search. They don't have fair value gaps in this book. That's BS. Let's see how they label a gap. How does the Holy Grail of textbooks label a gap? They call it a Tasuki gap. There's a Tasuki gap. Gap 3 method plus. Separating lines, ladder top, ladder bottom. Identical 3 crows, that's a gap. gold, buy now. Buy now, gold, buy now, gold. Three crows, morning star, evening star. We had a W pattern on the daily, question mark? Or MNQ, and I forgot what the result of the pattern was. It is up. Good to know. Whoa. NQ with a 5-minute bullish gap outside of this bullish gap. NQ could have the move here. I just don't like that. I don't know if this low is protected though. Yeah, that didn't work on gold, did it? I can't back away from my initial entry. I gotta stick to my guns. Gotta stick to my guns. Midpoint. Midpoint of this gap. There's no way we go to the low of day. I might eat my words for that, but no way we go to low of day. This is at least gonna provide a 1-to-1. Maybe I just need to start streaming at 11:15. I gotta start streaming at Asia session. I feel like that's the move. Asia session stream for like 2 hours from like 8 to 10 p.m. Hey. Team mascot, what are you doing? Let's get into shenanigans. XAU master signals. He's gonna post something on here. Do I get round tripped? XAU Master Signals is calling you out. You see that? At Preston, if you were running into losses, just join my signal group for recovery. That's hilarious. Yeah, get out of here, bots. But that's pretty funny. What's going on in my Discord right now? right? 98% success rate. Why not just say at 100% at that point? Just be like 100%. We had another 5 a.m. gym sesh today. So that's why we're still trading right now. Let me tell you, waking up for this one, much harder than on, I think it was Tuesday. Much harder. That alarm went off and I was dazed and confused. Found the YouTube. I need to get my stream beats on YouTube. I think you can like attach Spotify to your OBS, but I'm not sure. I think as well. What am I looking at? You're looking at ES, sorry. There you go. You're looking at ES, looking at this opening 5-minute gap. Looking to take a long in that gap at the midpoint. Initial profit's just a 1-to-1, and then we're going to let runners ride if it happens. But that's what you're seeing here. Right now I'm just waiting. Right now, just waiting. Bodybuilding prodigy followed me. Cool. Appreciate that. Thank you for the follow. Quine. I don't know if I like or dislike this consolidation. If this makes it one tick above when I left, I'll take it. This consolidation. Is it even worth it anymore? What's NQ doing? This is slow. It's reminding me of, what was this? Was this yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. Yesterday was so slow. Please be the move. Then a drop in the last 15 minutes, yeah. Some people are in trades. I'm waiting for my entry. I have a limit order at this midpoint, so 7796.75. I have a midpoint entry, so I'm not in any trade. I'm just waiting and watching right now. But some people are in trades. I don't know anything about trading. Trading is watching candles move around. Professional candle watchers. Waiting for price. Yeah, we're waiting for candles to hit purple line. So there's high stakes stuff happening here. That's VWAP. 200's the yellow line. That's VWAP. So we'll see. We're always having fun. Going. I think if we get up there to this area, no, this isn't fun. I'm probably pulling if we get up to this area. Session, high-low close divided by 3. Yeah. I wish I was in this though. We got, what was that, a point away? Point away from entry. Less than that, 0.75. So annoying. Equal highs. Equal highs. Same there, offset. 0. Should have took the NQ trade. Yeah. I'm pulling it. I am pulling it. Pulling it. This is the, this is VWAP, volume weighted average price. So the fair value of the session is how you can think about it. Just basically where, yeah, the average price based on volume. So it's kind of like establishes the fair value of the session. So if it extends past it, it usually likes to come back to it. If it extends past it, usually likes to come back to it, because that's where the fair value is. Yellow line is a 200 EMA, or an exponential moving average, which is the highlight of, so this is a 200 EMA, so the average of the past 200 5-minute candles is created by this yellow line. So it's just like a trend indicator, and just like VWAP, once it's extended past it, it'll come back and test it. So I look at it as dynamic support and resistance. So as the market progresses, as the session progresses, these levels are dynamic support and resistance. And that's that. But pulling, I think I'm pulling that order off the table. I don't know. This session I think is over for me. Hey, took the W pattern. Way to go. W pattern is in the book. W pattern is in the book. Yeah, that's why I'm taking it, Frankie. I'm taking it off the table. We're at first take profit at VWAP. I don't know. We're too late in the session. I am probably done for the day. Probably post my YM trade recap, and then that's it. What are you looking for? I was looking for a trade at this midpoint of this 5-minute gap right here. Never hit. We got a point away from that entry, and then price ran to our initial take profit level, so just not looking to be active anymore in that trade. I just don't want to see this then, reverse down, and then, so not looking for anything right now. Probably done for the day. We got one trade in on YM, which was right here. Happened quick, and then our runners got stopped out break even, but that's it. Crazy volatile day though. Huge move, and then huge sell-off back down into our opening range. So kind of a crazy day, crazy week, honestly. Market is chaos right now. Some missed opportunities on gold. should have taken, I don't know, this NQ trade. But we didn't. It's all right. This goes to the all-time highs. That'd be nuts. But yeah, I don't know. Thanks for joining the stream, everyone. That's it. We'll be back tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Way to go. Later, bro. Peace. Peace, everyone. We'll be back tomorrow. Feel free to join the stream. Live every day for free on TikTok and YouTube. But thanks, everyone, for joining. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace, YouTube. My one viewer on here. Thank you for joining.